Welcome to this week's Technique Tuesday. This week's defense will be against two hands grabbing two wrists from behind. So stick with us and remember to train in safety. This week's defense is against two hands grabbing two wrists from behind. So your opponent comes up behind you and grabs both your wrists. Live hand immediately and step to the side. Counter grab your opponent's wrist from the inside and step behind your opponent. From here, shoot your arm back, striking your opponent in the midsection and freeing your hand. Then bring your arm behind your opponent's elbow, placing him in a center lock and freeing your other hand. From here, you can either join your hands together and take your opponent down in a small circle, or grab your opponent's shoulder and escort him, depending on the situation. From the other side, your opponent grabs both your wrists. Live hands immediately. Step to the side. Grab your opponent's inside of their wrist. Step behind your opponent, shoot your arm backwards, striking your opponent against your stomach and freeing one of your hands. Reach behind your opponent's arm, right behind the elbow, and place them into a hammerlock. Your other hand is free. Either join it with the other hand behind the elbow for a hammerlock, or grab the shoulder for an escort. The finishing technique is up to you and depends on the situation, but the main part is breaking free from the wrist grabs. So the main part, most important part, is as they grab here, you want to have your live hands here. This puts pressure on their grip. So that way when you step to the side, you can counter grab right here to the inside of your opponent's wrist. Then you can step behind your opponent, strike, and reach behind their arm right away, right behind the elbow. This frees your other hand and places your opponent in the hammerlock, and then you can finish however you want to. But the main part, the most important part, is this motion right here, stepping out and counter grabbing. One more time, full speed. And that's your technique for Technique Tuesday.